Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Katya. I am currently living in Germany and I decided that today we can discuss topic of making friends in Germany. Is it hard or is it easy to make friends in Germany? Where to find friends in Germany? So if you are also interested in this topic, keep on watching. Actually, I wanted to say that I am not a lonely person. I have a lot of friends from online with whom I communicate almost every day, and I am satisfied with that. But recently I understood that I want to have a friend from here, from Germany. I actually made one friend here in Germany, but also online from another city. We share the same interests and we are now studying together. But I decided that maybe it's a time to meet someone from my city, from my local environment, so we can go for a walk together or we can just go out somewhere to visit some interesting events and going just sightseeing and being more often out and seeing more nature, because I'm usually not into going to walk alone, and of course my partner does not always want to do that with me. So I decided that maybe it's a great idea. It's of course a great idea to start searching for friends here in my local city, in my local environment. So I got interested in that topic, and recently I saw a lot of videos and stumbled upon some interesting podcasts, and also I tried to find some articles about how to make friends in Germany and where to find friends in Germany. So let's discuss together what we can do here in Germany. So I found this article and I want to share it with you about making friends in Germany. First of all, why is it hard to make friends in Germany? Some reasons why expats might have trouble socializing in Germany are that Germans tend to be more distant with others, the thing that we already discussed in videos about stereotypes about Germans, stick to their childhood friends and prefer to have a small group of real friends instead of large group of acquaintances. Yeah, so this is one of the things that surprised me the most, that I stumbled upon one video on YouTube. Also, native Germans were discussing their friendships, and the interesting thing that I found out was that a lot of Germans keep their friends from childhood that they met in the kindergarten or in the elementary school. So that was a big surprise for me, because from my personal experience, I have just one friend from school that I communicate a lot, like my best friend, and I'd say that it's a huge luck that until this day we share the same interests and we have topics that we can discuss, like we have something in common. Because most of the other friends that I had in childhood, we do not communicate anymore and we share two different interests. We have different lives because, for example, I just moved to another country and I am building my life, creating my new life here, and some of my friends from childhood already have kids and families and they are buying apartments and houses. So it's like different ways of life, and of course we share different values. So that's why I see it like almost impossible to keep friends from childhood if you are interested in that close, deep friendship where you share the same values and the same interests. But seems like it's a little bit different here in Germany. And here are 3 tips to make German friends. Let's see. First of all, learn the German language. Germans are more receptive to foreigners when they make an effort to speak German. Therefore, we highly recommend that you start learning German as soon as possible. No problem with that. So yeah, it's a great point, I'd say. Second, be patient when making friends in Germany. Germans need time to warm up to new people. If you like each other, you will first become an acquaintance. After a few months, they may become a real friendship. So be patient, take your time to get to know other person. from my perspective, it's everywhere in the world. I don't know, so in Latvia it was always the same. For example, you first meet the person, you are not that open to share your life, to share your interests, and then you like get to communicate a little bit, and then you probably see that the person is interesting, that you like the person, and then you can like open a little bit, because in my case I usually see if the person is right or not, and sometimes it's really how Germans say komisch like it's really funny situations when I see the person and I already know that this person will be my friend, and it usually happens in a new workplace, in a new working environment. I see the person and I constantly know that I will be friends with that person. I don't know why, but it happened few times, more than it should be, I guess. So I just see the person and I know that it will be the one. So yeah, third one, stick to your word. One of the main foundations of a friendship for Germans is trust. So make sure that once you say you will do something, you do it. There is nothing worse for a German than saying you will attend an event and then canceling last minute. So make sure to say yes to meetings you are 100% sure you can participate, unless it's an emergency, of course. In that case, anyone would understand why you were not able to make it. So I'd say it also like a normal thing for any person in the world, not only for Germans. So nobody likes people who cancel their plans just last minute. So yeah, and as far as I know, in Germany it's quite common to make plans up front, like for a few months, and plan going out with your friends like few months before. So of course in that situation maybe it could happen that you don't want to go anymore, or an emergency happens, so everyone understands that. So yeah, so for now it seems like a usual normal thing for all the people in the world. So let's see what we have there next. So what we are having here, 9 ways to make friends in Germany. So the first one, meet people at work. If you are employed, work is a great place to start making friends. Germans love to drink coffee, so you can always strike a small conversation with them in the kitchen in your office. If you work remotely, you can always invite a co-worker to have a virtual coffee or tea. So I'd say it's a popular place to make friends, when we are all grown up people and we finished our educations. Most of the people also have friends from school, from university or college where they went together. So yeah, then you go to work in a work environment, and then you probably can find friends, but I think it depends on the age of your colleagues, of your co-workers, and also if they share the same interest with you. Because as I already said, and you probably understand, for me it's the most important thing to share the same values with the person and the same interests. Otherwise, I don't see why I have to waste my time, I'd say. So we have to have at least something in common to communicate about, to share our life and experience with that person. So yeah, with co-workers it may be harder, and also not all the people are interested in making new friends. For example, if you meet a grown-up person at work and you kind of like it person, but this person can already have like a friend circle and can be satisfied with that friend circle, so maybe they are not interested. Of course, we can always try. If we are trying to find new friends, we can always try. It's not a problem, but yeah, it can happen that person already has friends and doesn't want to get a new friend. So other possibilities, second one is join Facebook groups. If you have a Facebook account, you can find all sorts of social groups. You can easily search for expat groups or hobby groups in your region. So it's also a great idea, mostly for big cities, because I searched for a few groups here in Lippstadt and I actually doesn't found anything interesting for me. So I imagine if I would be living, for example, in Dortmund, which is 70 kilometers from here, or in Köln, or in Düsseldorf, or any other city. For example, people who are living in Berlin, I think they can find a huge amount of communities and they can join any group that they want. But here in a small city, so probably it's not the best option, but okay. Third option, sign up for Meetup. Meetup is a great website to join local events in your area. Users organize online and offline events alike. You can join outdoor and indoor activities both in English and German. I never tried actually, and I haven't even researched this one, but it sounds interesting, so maybe some of you already tried and can say a word about it, so do not hesitate. The fourth one, join a Stammtisch. A Stammtisch is a German word to describe an informal and friendly get-together. It happens regularly and at the same time and location. You can easily Google Stammtisch in your city. Some Stammtisch are exclusively created for people to practice their German. So it's a way to improve your German skills and hopefully meet new people. That sounds really good. So I have to search for that and see, maybe there are some events, this kind of Stammtisch. Number 5, meet your neighbors. That's a funny thing, okay? After you have moved into your new home, make sure to introduce yourself to the people living next door. Who knows, you might meet some really cool people. I agree, it could happen, but actually almost all my neighbors are elderly people, and I guess we are not the same age and we wouldn't share the same interest. But of course, if you are lonely and you need a company, anyways, you can go to your neighbor, introduce yourself, and it's a great idea to keep up warm relationship with your neighbors, so they can be your friends and can help you from time to time, and also you can help your neighbors, and that's way warm communication with your neighbors, I guess, make life easier, and it helps a lot. Second one, join a Verein. I wish I would have known the term Verein when I first moved to Germany. It would have opened so many doors for me to meet new people. A Verein is a German word to indicate a non-profit club or association. Basically, the idea is to join a club where you share the same interest with people. I guess it always works. At least for me, it always works. I usually join different communities online where, for example, I am interested in some hobby or some education, and then there usually are communities and I can chat with other people, and so there I can find new friends. And during my life I actually found a few great friends that way, not offline, but online for sure. I got a lot of friends, and when a person is asking me where to find friends, I'd say join some club where people are sharing the same interest with you. So number 7, take a course at your local Volksschule. The Volksschule is a community school for continuing education. They offer classes for a very reasonable price on a wide variety of topics. You can take courses in cooking, fitness, art, languages, and so on. So it's a perfect place to meet other people with the same interests as you. So the same, so maybe it's not a club, it's just a kind of course, or some kind of classes. And not only the Volksschule, what's written here, but any other kind of school, language school, I don't know, classes, art school, so it's the same thing, the same idea, so it usually works, I'd say. Number 8, take lessons to learn a new skill. I'd say it's the same, so we won't be sticking to this one, so the idea is the same. And number 9, volunteer. Volunteering is always a good way to not only meet new people but help others or environment. Companies provide some volunteer opportunities within the big cities in Germany and smaller towns. Sometimes finding a volunteer opportunity for a day or so might be difficult. Make sure to keep your eye for opportunities that may appear in your neighborhood, Facebook groups or meetup. So why not, if you have free time and your value is in helping other people or helping the environment and other stuff, so why not? So the same thing, going somewhere where you can do something that you are interested in and there to find friends. And there is also a conclusion in this article. Friendship works differently in every culture. In Germany, it takes time, patience, and persistence to make a real friend. Not only in Germany, I guess. I don't know, maybe for southern countries it's a little bit different, but for example in Latvia I'd say it's the same. So if you meet the person, it's not like you are instantly a friend with that person. So you have to spend time to get to know the person, to make sure that you can trust that person, and so that person understands that they can trust you. So for me at least it works the same in Latvia and I guess in many other countries. So once you make a German friend, you will have one for life. It's a great news because I love good friends with that deep level of connection. So I'm glad to hear that. So what do you think? What would you say about making friends in Germany? I know that there are a lot of Germans on my channel, so you can share your story and your experience. How many friends do you have? Is it like a small circle of friends or a big circle of acquaintances? Of course, it's probably the first one. And do you have your friends from childhood, or you met them in college or at your workplace or maybe in some club? So please share your experience. And I guess that here on my channel could be also people who are foreigners as me and also are interested in the topic of making friends. So if you have something to say, if you are also interested in making friends and you probably want to find a new friend from Germany, from your local area, so write in the comments. Maybe you will find someone, maybe even me, because I am also searching for friends. So thank you for watching, have a nice day and see you in the next video. Bye!